Welcome back. These days, so many of us feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders when making decisions in business and in life. Sarah K. Ramsey's credentials and experience as a professional problem solver can help change your life. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you for having me.
It's such a timely topic, and you have so much experience with this, but there is a personal story revolving your work. Would you care to share?
Absolutely. Now, I know you've had some big names on this show, but you are currently sitting beside the world's most famous people pleaser. And it was a terrible trait. It was as if I had a permission slip and I had to go around to everyone in my life and get them to sign off on it before I could move forward. And it worked pretty well for me until I faced the decision about whether or not to get a divorce. Now, a divorce is always messy. But there was a family business involved. So my dad was my boss. My dad was my former brother-in-law's boss. So not only was I breaking apart my life, my children's life, I was breaking apart this business as well. And you've had the experience, I'm sure, when someone doesn't know what to do and they don't know how to make a decision, they one, complain, and two, delay the decision. But when I was delaying this decision, my hair started falling out, stress was wreaking complete havoc on my body, and eventually I blacked out while driving. My friend grabbed the wheel, and so luckily no one was hurt, but that was really my rock bottom moment that catapulted the change in my own life, as well as getting a system for unraveling complicated problems.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. We all know a complainer. If you don't know a complainer, you may be a complainer yourself. How do we deal with a complainer?
Well, so complainers think that they're doing something about their problem because their focus is on the problem. However, we need the focus to be on the solution. So just like in my situation, the problem was really scary. I didn't want to make any type of decision or solve that problem, so I tried to avoid it. But we know that is terrible for our health. And according to Stanford research, if we listen to 30 minutes of complaining a day, or we complain 30 minutes a day ourselves, our brain actually shrinks. So it is well worth it to find solutions to stop complaining.
So what are some strategies for problem solving life situations, or if there's someone toxic that's in your life, what could you share as far as tips?
Okay, have you ever done a word search?
Sure.
Okay, so when you look at a word search, you're like, okay, what's this? You're using all this brain power and trying to figure out what to do next. And that's a lot more complicated than a to-do list, right? And so my strategy is all about unraveling that word search. I think about it as a big pile of spaghetti or something. And we want to take each noodle. For example, in a business, who to hire is a different problem to solve than creating a new budget, or a different problem to solve than getting a new client. But when you talk to people about their problems, they often complain and jumble all their problems together, which means they get stuck.
You have so many accomplishments and you do so much. I believe a podcast, very, very popular podcast, coaching, an author. Tell us about your new book.
My new book, I'm just so passionate about it because I do see so many people stuck. I see so many people complaining because they don't know what to do, or leading people. And leaders think, okay, I'm going to be a good listener. But a great leader helps people actually come to solutions. So that is what my new book is about. It is called Problem Solved: Simple Habits for Complex Decisions. And it's going to be out in September. But if any of your listeners are facing a major problem now, especially a difficult person problem, they should head to my website, sarahkramsey.com, and there's a strategy called Around the House that will help you solve a problem now.
Thank you so much for being here, Sarah.
Thanks for having me.
Well, that is it for us today on Your Best Self. I hope you all enjoyed the info and had some fun. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Your Best Self TV to get more tips, behind the scenes content, and more. Until next time, be well and see you soon.